risk of universities increasing fees just because there's a seamless stream of payment from government? And how do we strike that balance between affordability and access?
Well, it's a good question you raised, particularly when I listen to all these conversations. Now, as the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors, you see, I'm dealing with 298 universities, from 76 from federal, which is a public institution, and then 65 state, again, public institutions. Then you have 159 private. And I move among them, so I'm married to 3 husbands, if I might say so.
And this, you are a man.
Yeah, well, and I am a man, and this is my dilemma. And I travel a lot abroad, and I interact again with the students, Nigerian students studying abroad. Just at the weekend, I came back from Russia, and I was speaking on education, cooperation, partnership with Nigeria. Now, with public institutions, it's a matter of law, as the DG said. For anything to happen, we have to wait until the law is amended. We have these issues with NELFUND also. ASU fought for it, and all this has been promulgated by law. Private institutions who are also contributing to the manpower development of the country also need to be looked at. But this has been already settled until the law is amended. What is critical here to me is having a uniform calendar in the educational system. If we have that stabilized and the funds are disbursed and the logistics managed, which unfortunately, I must say loudly because I speak also for my vice chancellors, government should understand there is a difference between a public institution and an MDA. Okay, we have our own culture. This kind of logistics have to be addressed differently. A vice chancellor is to think for the university, academic and both administrative, not to be running to Abuja to answer issues in different government circulars and things like that. But I'm happy NELFUND, in their own case, they're looking at it. So what I would say at this point, NELFUND has opened a dialogue, and we in the universities, we are also watching carefully. We give them all the support, all the orientation to our own vice chancellors to make sure that things go seamless.
But you haven't, I'm sorry, Mala. I asked, is there a risk that fees will be increased simply because government is now paying?
Well, government institutions don't pay fees. They don't pay fees.
They pay tuition?
They pay tuition. Well, as far as I know.
I mean, what NELFUND disburses is what I'm talking about. Are you going to now increase simply because
they can apply for loan?
Well, I don't think that should be the case.
Okay.
But because even if with the amount of money NELFUND is paying, I don't think that it will even subsidize much for the universities unless they want to come with a program in which they want to simply address the financial or the funding problems within the universities. So I don't see any risk of increasing fees by the vice chancellors. But definitely they will increase, there's likelihood they will increase what we call municipal charges. By municipal charges, they have to pay for cleaning the hostels, the toilets, the environments, which their overhead does not cover. They have to pay for electricity bills, which, the overhead which comes from Accountant General is nothing to write home about. And all this kind of other logistics, they have to fund it, but why would they get the money? The overhead doesn't take care of it. So the tendency is you may find some slight increase in what we call municipal charges. This I expect to happen.
Okay.